Salutations and welcome back to my Minecraft Hardcore series. This is episode 29. My name is GOJIRACELL, I am your host, so let's begin. Next to nothing has changed since last episode. We are still here. The nether is still basically the same. Just a flat expanse of nothingness with a random respawn anchor just in the middle of nowhere floating, because why not? I'm too lazy to move it, so it's just there. And also a lot of magma cubes all over the place. That was a wall instead of a magma cube, but whatever. I'm not certain what more I want to have happen. I feel I might raise the roof a little bit, just because I can. So it's a little bit cramped here for any major projects. Although, to be honest, I could make everything just 2 blocks tall, and that would also restrict magma cube spawning, which would not be a horrible idea. I mean, just look at the sheer amount of magma cream that I've gathered while simply working on this project. Granted, I have a looting 3 sword, but even so, it's a lot of magma cream. Yeah, sometimes I just go on a spree of killing magma cubes, because I can, and I'm bored, and also I can just mend my tools. Because the one thing about my experience farm is that while this experience farm is basically just the entire purpose of it is to supply me experience so that I can mend my armor, my tools, my tridents, whatever needs mending and has mending applied to it, I can mend here. But the thing is, there's 8 furnaces, and they've been building up experience for I don't even know how long. This one is not very full, but all the rest of them are, because they've all been running, and I used this first one recently. But all the rest of these 7 are very full. And the amount of experience that's in them is normally enough to heal all of my armor, and 2 of my tools, which are extremely low on durability. I say 2 because I haven't figured out a way to hold more than 2 tools in my hands before emptying one of these furnaces, because the experience just goes directly into your inventory. It doesn't scatter around and slowly fill up. It just goes straight into your inventory, or, well, not your inventory, your experience bar, or into your mending tools. Basically what I'm saying is, it's kind of a waste to mend this shovel, which has lost this tiny chunk of durability with this overpowered farm, because I'm going to take a little bit of experience out that goes to mend the shovel, and also 34 levels worth of experience as well. So it's kind of a waste. So I'm trying to kind of just save it for if I ever go into a big project, use a lot of durability on my pickaxes, maybe lose a bunch of durability on my armor. Yeah. So I've just kind of been using magma cubes as a source of experience for myself. And it's a little fun. I get a lot of magma cream out of it. I don't have any use for an entire chest full of magma cream, but I now have an entire chest full of magma cream. Well, it's not actually completely full. There's still a few slots left open, but that will soon be remedied, unless I decide to actually spawn-proof this area. Also, I'll be honest, I don't even know why I have my hoe here, my silk scythe here in the nether. There isn't much use for it. Granted, I don't really use it anywhere else. I don't use it in the overworld either, so it's not really important, honestly. just like the achievement suggests, it was kind of a waste of time. There are also very few, bits of soul sand or gravel around this area, so there isn't much use for me to have this shovel with me either. And also this axe, a lot of these tools are very useless to me here in the nether, but I carry them around with me anyways, because if I don't, I'm just gonna forget where I put them, and then it's gonna be annoying for me to find them. Which is obviously an excellent excuse for taking up inventory space with random tools that you will not need. And some might argue that it's foolish of me to just do this and get experience this way without holding a totem of undying in my offhand, and instead hold the thing I'm mending in my offhand. But I would argue that this armor really does compensate for a lot of the damage that I would otherwise be taking. and a lot of the stupid decisions that I am making. Basically, if you have no other excuse to get overpowered armor, get it so that you're allowed to make stupid decisions and not get criticized for it. I'll be honest, I could probably make this entire episode just me talking while killing exorbitant amounts of magma cubes. I don't feel like that would be particularly interesting, but I just want to let you know that I definitely could do that. But that being said, I think that is enough killing of magma cubes. We haven't made a dent in their population, but that's okay, because we will have plenty of time to continue making dents in their population. I love how I said that I was done killing them and then I immediately go back to killing them. It's a continuous process. You know what? I think I know what I'm gonna do. I will not get any work done today unless this area is spawn-proofed, because I cannot really work on anything other than this in these conditions. There are just too many magma cubes. Then the question becomes, do I spawn-proof using buttons or slabs? I feel like buttons would be a little bit less annoying to navigate, but I don't really like the look of a million buttons on the ground. I far prefer slabs. So I think I'm gonna go with the slab method. You are not supposed to be here. This is not your location. I could return you to the Nether, but then again, no one would really care. Now after that tragedy, I figure since we have so much blackstone here, I do not want to mess around with my golden apple. Enchanted golden apple even. Since we have so much blackstone here, I don't see why we should not just use it to spawn-proof. What a great idea. Now the question becomes, how do you spawn-proof using slabs? Because I know that if I just cover the entire ground in slabs, nothing will spawn. But I feel like I probably have enough blackstone to do that. On the off chance I don't, I feel like I might be able to figure out a way to save/skimp on slabs. Well, after not very much searching, I have concluded that nobody really has actually done this, or I haven't seen anybody who's done this, /done this experiment, /done whatever the heck I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm just going to say that there's only really one way to find out, and that's by skipping on slabs, and then if it doesn't work, we'll fill in the rest. Right after we get rid of some of these, and put this back in your offhand because you are taking small amounts of damage, and if you don't pay attention to that, then you are screwed. Hopefully the totem that flashes on screen and the loud noise that accompanies that will be enough of an indication that I should stop doing what I'm doing and run for help. Anyways, spawn-proofing, yes. I think that this pattern might work. I have no idea. And who knows, maybe this will just simply prevent the large magma cubes from spawning, which are the main problem, because small cubes, I can deal with them very, very easily. They die quickly in one hit. These guys, they die in 2 hits. And then they create like 2 to 4 offspring, and those offspring create 2 to 4 offspring, and it just makes a mess. It's just a giant mess. Annoying to deal with, so the best way to deal with it is to just get rid of the problem. Still, we have got a long, long way to go, and there will be a lot more magma cubes killed in the near future. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, it has been quite a while, and this is most of the progress that we've made. The slabs have been placed down in this pattern. I made a bunch of mistakes, and then fixed all of the mistakes, and then made more mistakes, and fixed those mistakes. But it doesn't matter now, because all of the mistakes are now fixed, and all of the slabs are now placed, and as you can see, there are no magma cubes. Except for that one that's like over there somewhere. I think it just jumped off the edge. And also this one. It won't stay in frame for some reason, I don't know why. These magma cubes are basically just little guys, or big guys, that bleed in from surrounding chunks. I could spawn-proof these chunks, but I don't want to. It's enough to spawn-proof this because the amount that actually come in from chunks that are adjacent to these ones are so low that it really isn't a problem at all. The main problem has been dealt with, spawn-proofing has been accomplished. We are now basically Magma Cube free up here. Another change that you may or may not have noticed is that I did raise the ceiling around 6-ish blocks more. I forgot exactly how many, but I took a decent chunk out of the ceiling, so now we've got a big open space, more open than it was. It honestly hasn't made much of a difference, in my opinion, but who knows, maybe it will be seen as impressive or something, I don't know. Finally, in addition to this pathway, we now have a few other pathways. Over here we have a new staircase that goes down to the same location as this extremely spaghetti and weird, long, out-of-the-way staircase goes to. We go down to this little strider pen, which could also use improvement, but that's not what we're doing right now. Goodbye. This staircase takes a really, really long time to jump up. I should probably install actual stairs. Then, over on this side of things, we've actually gone ahead and put a new tunnel over here. I know I mentioned this portal a while ago, or last episode or something. This is the portal that I was talking about. It's just over here. It goes to this random island in the middle of the ocean. And it's the middle of the night, and there's a random magma cube here, and another random magma cube here. Yeah, there isn't actually really anything interesting going on. But yeah, we installed this little path, and this magma cube decided that it was going to jump down, and then jump further down. That was very sad. And then, finally, over in this little corner, I've dug a small little tunnel that goes through here. It goes to this little path that I think I showed. I don't actually really remember if I showed it. And then this little path goes further down to this little path, which goes over here. And I keep saying path. They're not really paths, they're tunnels, but this goes down to my piglin slaying grounds. No, that's not actually what this area is. This is over near the area where I was netherite mining, because I did not want to netherite mine in a basalt deltas biome, because that is a horrible experience. But yeah, right down there is my netherite mine, where I acquired all of this wealth, and then promptly stopped acquiring any wealth. But I figured that it would be nice to have a slightly more direct path to get to the netherite mine. Just for comparison's sake, that's the path that goes up to the main area with my portals, which you just saw me take, and the other path goes up here. You have to climb a mountain, usually fight a piglin or two, go up onto this just horrible, unsafe, 1 block wide cobblestone bridge, jump along on these precarious structures to another cobblestone bridge, somehow find your way past all of these big lava pools and gaping holes that go down to bigger lava pools, up towards this area where you kind of run around, maybe accidentally fall into magma or lava or whatever, and then climb up this little slope, all to get to this path, which was much easier to get to using the other way. And I used to not have this bridge here, so I used to have to go all the way over around that way and over to that area over there that you can see the cobblestone in. Could you please stop? Do you mind? I'm trying to have a conversation. You can attack me at a later point in time. But yeah, it was just not an ideal situation at all. Which means that I have partially succeeded in my goal. The nether has been improved from its previous state. I am now able to access a lot of the places that were previously inaccessible or difficult to access with much greater ease. And with all of that having been accomplished, with all of that having been said, that is going to be it from me for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and stay safe. Goodbye!